Hey traders, welcome to the Forex market analysis session. My name is Alexander Nikitin. I'm a professional trader and a developer of MPS software. So if you guys are new, I am a harmonic pattern trader and advanced pattern trader. And if you don't know what are these patterns, so make sure that you first read these books. Let me show it to you. The first book, Absolute Mastery for Harmonic Pattern Trading and Advanced Pattern Trading, is this Profit in the Stock Market book. This is the book by Harriet Gartley. The second book that is must read is this Profitable Patterns for Stock Trading by Larry Pesavento. The next book is the Harmonic Trading Volume 1 by Scott Carney. And the last book that is needed is the Gartley Trading Method. So make sure that you have read these books, otherwise the rest of the video will be useless for you. And also, this is very important, you should read them in this order, because the next book is using the information from previous books. So if you read the last book without reading the previous books, you won't understand what the last book is talking about. Okay, let's go back. As for the rules of identification, trade execution and trade management, you can find them on my website. Click this Learn the Patterns tab and choose the pattern you are interested in case you already know the theoretical part, in case you already have read that the books. Then you may go to learn some rules. Actually, I have created a specific trading plan when everybody who learns these rules of identification, trade execution and trade management, everybody can simply go and test this trade plan on history and then find that it has a positive expectancy and then use it in his trading. It is absolutely free. Learn the patterns. The only requirement is to log in on my website. Okay, well, that's it. Also, watch my free videos. I have a collection of them showing you the tips that I found doing my market research, doing my everyday trading. So I typically share some details about my discoveries that I've made with my MPS software. Okay, let's go back. Let me switch that off. We don't need this anymore. Let's go back and let me switch this off as well. Okay. The first pair for today is Aussie Canadian 4 hour. We have this cipher pattern. So those of you who are familiar with this cipher, I have entered somewhere here at this point. So right now I'm waiting for price to hit 382, but it moves away from me. It moves towards my stop loss. Well, it happens. So let me add it into my list. AUD CAD 4 hour. Go into 1 hour and 2 hour time frames. No, nothing. Let's go to Aussie Yen. Okay, Aussie Yen 4 hour pattern. AUD JPY. Okay, guys, here I will show you something that you should pay attention to. Look at this. What is it? Triangle flag pattern, or whatever you call it. So typically when this formation is broken, we have at least 1-to-1 measured movement if it is broken to the upside. So be careful, guys. If you are looking for this pattern to complete and price breaks this consolidation area and completes the pattern, it will most likely go higher, and the reversal, if the reversal happens, will take place somewhere higher as well. So do not trade it from this level. You'd better wait until price gives you a good sign of reversal, and only then put your orders starting somewhere higher. This way you will have better price, you will have placing your stop loss here, you will have a better risk to reward, and okay, many other interesting benefits if you trade conservatively. Aussie yen is on my radar. The same pattern is on 2 hour, and I think it is the same on 1 hour. Yes, it is the same, looking a bit more ugly, but it is the same. Well, and the cipher pattern, the one from the last week, it was a wonderful winner. Going next, Aussie New Zealand, pair number 3. My pairs are appearing in the alphabetical order, so we first start from letter A. Aussie New Zealand, 1 hour is most likely to complete. AUD and ZD, 1 hour. This one is a Gartley formation. So guys, again here, price needs first to cross this line for a pattern to complete, and then look for a kind of reversal here. Maybe it will happen higher, it doesn't matter where it happens. So enter as soon as you see some sign of reversal. For example, this candlestick formations, red, green, and green confirmation, something like that, or something like this, red and then followed by green, so you can capitalize on this small upside movements. Okay, Aussie New Zealand 1 hour, 2 hour, a bit larger pattern, well, very far from completion, and 4 hour as well, the same pattern. Okay, bullish pattern on 1 hour and bearish pattern on 2 and 4 hour. Okay, going next, Aussie New Zealand, 4 hour gives nothing, 2 hour gives nothing. Aussie dollar, 1 hour cipher, my favorite pattern. AUD, USD, 1 hour cipher, the same stuff. So you simply wait for price to enter into this territory and just look at the bounce somewhere within this area from here to here. So, and if it crosses straight through, then you just don't have any trades. Don't be afraid to miss an opportunity. Patterns appear again and again and again. If you look them on 20 pairs, as I do, like this, you have multiple patterns. You simply just take the best. No need to trade every of them, just simply take the best, those that show clear signs of reversal. This way you improve your trading radically. Okay, Canada yen, the same situation here. I will type it in to have it on my radar. Get JPY 4 hour, the same as Aussie yen, remember that. So what is this? What we have this kind of flag formation. Typically it moves at least the same flagpole distance, so if you are looking for a reversal, you shouldn't expect this reversal at the very beginning of the reversal zone here. Of course, if you think that flag is most likely to work until the highest, so wait for here. Maybe the retest of this will be very nice. Something like this double bottom will be a very nice confirmation, because a flag pattern is typically a continuation pattern. So if you have this way, something like this, top, and then slightly bouncing, you can enter it here, placing the stop loss just above your double top. So no need to place this distance of stop loss. If you enter here in the bottom, just wait and place it smaller distance, risk smaller distance. Okay, let's go next. Canada yen 2 hour and 1 hour. Let me type it this way: 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour. The 4 hour is most likely to complete, but before it completes, it may trigger this bull patterns as well. Once again, let me remind you, this is my method of trading. This doesn't mean that you should use this. You may simply place a limit order or use whatever set of rules of engagements that you have backtested and that show positive expectancy. Okay, I will do it this way. You see this? I will wait for kind of bounce starting and enter somewhere here, placing stop loss somewhere just below new low. And if this bull godly, it is actually a bad pattern, but I treat it as a godly pattern because it is a unified pattern for me, based on my historical research. I united the two patterns into one, the bad pattern and godly pattern. Okay, and slightly lower we have a cipher pattern as well, so keep in mind that we have two opportunities. If one of them doesn't work, we have the second. Euro Aussie pretty far from completion. Okay, Euro Aussie 2 hour AUD. I think I have this already running. So again, if you want me to show you how I did the execution of this trade, look at this. 74.3 and 91.0. 91.0 is actually the 3 ATR distance that my indicator calculates and tells me. For example, it is this distance, yes? So I am to risk this distance, the 3 ATR. And 74.3 is actually my potential reward. So I am to choose the time frame that gives me this number greater than this number. So obviously we have the 2 hour being kinda large for this pattern, but if we draw the same pattern on 4 hour or 1 hour, for example, so you can see it 64.8, 64.4, and here it is 74.3. Okay, let me find this. Okay, it starts from here, and I'm to draw it manually, I suppose. So the pattern looks this way, and it is easily executed. So you can see that price hit the zone, bounced, then hit it once again, bounced, hit that once again. So these are spiking stuff, showing very, very good sign that this is a great resistance zone. So put in stop loss somewhere here, not necessarily to put it here. You see what I mean? So once you have that bouncing stuff, you simply place your stop loss here, and this way you have a better risk reward. I don't think that the target is hit, not yet. We still have some room to reach the 382 level. Okay, let me switch it back to 4 hour, 2 hour time frame, 1 hour. 1 hour is the bearish one. If it continues and the pattern wins, hitting the 382, 618, whatever, we may have that bear pattern completion. Okay, let's go next. Euro Canadian. Nothing here. Same stuff. If it moves higher to the upside. By the way, I think we have a pattern here that is running. Okay, so we have a unified godly pattern. It is running exactly the same way. So you can see it. 78.8, 63.9. So this is the proper time frame to execute this. Look at this zone. Don't enter and do not try to catch this falling knife. Yes, so wait for stabilization. Then look at this arrow. This arrow says that the price is going out from oversold condition on RSI, and then may execute on this candle, next candle, next candle, pretty many candles to execute it here like this. And the stop is placed just below this new bottom. Okay, target goes to 382. Well, pretty simple. Bearish pattern, Euro Canadian 1 hour. Euro Canadian 1 hour. Going next to euro pound. So what we have for our bullish Gatli, well, don't think it will complete, don't think this will complete either. What I have this trade running, this one, and well, yes, euro GBP, no signs of reversal yet, but the pattern completed. GBP, what is this, 1 hour? And once again, how to execute this? This is the range from here to here. You see, price bounced, 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 and then it broke into the upside. Okay, maybe if you entered here because it bounced here, well, maybe you placing this stop loss here. You may be already stopped out, but the zone is pretty wide from here to here, yes? So you can find a second opportunity to enter, and again placing stop above and the target below. And because the target is much greater than the stop loss, this makes sense. So the whole zone is acting more than 60% of time, 63 based on my market research, that we will have some kind of reversal somewhere within this zone. The problem is that you never know what is the exact point of reversal. Sometimes it reverses here, sometimes here, sometimes here. We have a high probability of reversals in the first third, then the second third. Reversals are twice less than the first third, and the rarest occasions when we have the the last third of reversal. So I mean that the majority of winners start the reversal within the first zone, half of them start within the second zone, and the last portion start within the last zone. If you want some numbers, then 53 out of 100 reverse within the first zone, 30 reverse within the second zone, and 17 reverse within the third zone. Out of 100 winners, these are the proportions. How many reverse here, how many reverse here, and how many reverse here. Okay, make sure that you know your numbers, and that you these numbers are based on my market research, and I've done my market research with the MPS software. It is the software that I have created, and it draws the patterns on history. And the problem is that when you do your own market research, you identify your patterns differently. You identify them not the same way, because you don't know my algorithms that I use to identify my patterns. Although we have the same rules, but it is very difficult to have the same swing identification algorithms. For example, some of you may treat the swings this way, yes? Something like that. And based on these swings, you may say, okay, you know what, we have a cipher pattern here. Yes? I trade my swings, I identify my swings different way. That's why, you see, some of you may say, you know what, you should start drawing your pattern from here. Why do you start that from here? So different swing identification techniques leads to different patterns. So make sure that you have backtested your own swing identification technique, that you have backtested your own method and your own rules, and not simply copy what I say, not simply try to implement what I'm showing you in this video. But guys, if you have my MPS software, and many of you have that MPS software, this information is very useful, because in both cases you and me have identical patterns. So think of it. Euro yen is the next one. Okay, the analysis is pretty boring. You just switch between the pairs to find some patterns. Okay, Euro and ZD 4 hour. Okay, that was very small for trading. Euro dollar is the one that I have running right now. The reversal took place, you see, within the zone, something like this. The zone is pretty wide. I entered here at this bullish candle, so it initially went into my direction, then came back, then in my direction, then broke it here. Luckily I have my stop loss somewhere here, and well, I don't know, maybe it will complete. We'll have that continuation signs, maybe it will hit my target area, who knows. You never know what is the outcome of this particular setup, but out of 100 setups you have 63 winners and you have 37 losses. What is the most remarkable thing about the trading, because it is a simple numbers game, simple probabilities. For example, just imagine that we are playing this coin toss, and every time you have tails you win $2, every time you have heads you lose $1. So you just flip the coin and it is head, you have a loss, lost $1, then another head, another head, another head. So it may lead to some periods of heads and you will spend $1, $1, $1. But we know that to recover from that losses, you simply need to continue tossing that coin, flipping the coin, and someday you will have that period of tails, and every tail give you a $2 win. So, and you will inevitably recover, because you know that in the long run, not exactly right now you don't know the outcome, but in the long run, because you have $2 win on heads and you have $1 loss on tails, or vice versa, whatever was the rule. Okay, this will lead to generating money, and it is simply the same stuff. So do not judge your trading by 1 trade, 2 trades, 5 trades. Judge your trading by hundreds. Even 100 is not enough to make precise statistical conclusions. It's better to have thousands. So until you've done thousands of trades, it's nothing yet. Okay, GBP Canadian, let me type it in. GBP Canadian 1 hour, 2 hours cipher. Okay, it needs to rise, and 4 hour nothing. GBP JPY, pound yen, nothing, and nothing except this winner, recent winner here, GBP NZD, pound Kiwi, nothing except that recent winner that was here. You can see these reversal candles and some movement to the upside that was expected. GBP USD, no, not valid. It was a cipher here that is setting up, but you see this price invalidated, the C point. That's why it's not a valid cipher anymore. New Zealand Canadian NZD CAD, and this one is the trade that I'm looking at. This one is pretty good. Here it is. So if price bounces lower, I will look at some reversal formations. NZD CAD 4 hour, and I think we have something on 1 hour. We had a winner and we had a kind of pattern here. I think we exceeded that invalidation level, so no trade here anymore. 4 hour is the only one. New Zealand yen, nothing here, and nothing here. Dollar Canadian. USD Canadian, here's the cipher pattern, and it is still valid, although this CD lag turns into some weird lag. It is still valid. USD CAD, it is 1 hour. And we have, let me have, okay, perfect. And we have a Gartley pattern exactly at the same 28, 41, 5, 28, 40, and 1. 41, 5, 40, and 1. Slightly higher. We have the completion of a Gartley pattern. USD CAD 2 hour and dollar yen. Cipher pattern. Okay, nothing here except this winner. Now, what I typically do, after I have created this list, I go to my default profile and you see empty board. Let me attach my charts here. Aussie CAD 4 hour, and then goes Aussie yen. $4 hour, then goes Aussie New Zealand 1 hour, Aussie New Zealand 1 hour, Aussie dollar 1 hour. Then we have CAD yen 1 hour, Canadian, CAD JPY 4 hour, 1 hour. Which one is the first to complete? Okay, it doesn't matter. If we create an alert here, right click, you see trading alert, and if price goes lower, I will be notified. It was Canadian, Euro Aussie 2 hour, Euro AUD. $2 hour. What do we have on 2 hour? Oh, okay, we have a safe pattern. The 2 hour is not the conventional time frame. With MetaTrader, you see we have it 1 hour and then we have a 4 hour. And sometimes you will need to draw them manually, or you will need to use a period converter, as I used in the beginning in the video. Euro Canadian 1 hour is the next one. Euro Canadian. EURCAD 1 hour. A cipher pattern. Euro GBP 1 hour. Okay, here's the trade. Then we should have Euro New Zealand 4 hour. Okay, GBP Canadian 1 hour. going next. New Zealand Canadian 4 hour and the decade 4 hour. Okay, perfect. And dollar Canada 1 hour. USD CAD 1 hour. Well, we don't need this list anymore. Let me expand this. So let me switch it here. Let me tile the windows. And you see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What I need to do, I simply need to right click on this, as I told you. Right click. Yes. Trading, alert, and when price goes to complete my pattern, I am notified. I come to my screens and I look at the price section. That's it. Very convenient and very fast. It took me half an hour maybe to do the analysis for the next week. Okay, so what do we have? We have 12 pairs. This doesn't mean that I will trade every pattern that is found today. I will only take the best, those that are showing me specific reversal type, the clear, I say it, clear reversal within this potential reversal zone that I mark between the completion and invalidation level of the patterns. Okay, once again guys, my patterns are drawn with the MPS software that I have created, and it uses specific swing identification algorithms that may not be the same that you use to identify patterns, although we have the same ratios, Fibonacci ratios, rules for Fibonacci ratios between the swings. The swings themselves may be differently identified. If you are interested in my specific software, I have good news for you. I offer an anniversary sale off. It is a 30% discount if you go to my website www.ps-software.net and go to this first homepage. Let me load my Google Chrome. On the home page you will see my products, you will see my software, and you will be notified about the discount. Okay, so you see it's already 2 years since I first created my MPS software, and today we celebrate the anniversary, the 2-year anniversary. So you will be able to get the 30% sale off, and it is only valid till the April 8th. So hurry up if you wish to get the same software as I had. And you see it is applicable for both for backtesting and for real-time trading. Very convenient to draw the patterns well in advance before they complete, so you have all the time on earth to prepare for your trading. Okay, hope you like this video. If you find it interesting, give me a thumbs up, share this video on social media. Until then, good luck, good trading. You will find the links in the description.